Okay, so now before I get into the microblading process, Krystal is gonna walk me through, I guess, deciding on like what brow look I'm going for. I really want a full brow. I shared with you some photos of that. So yeah, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking a full brow to match your big hair.
Yeah. Yes.
And you did show me a Zoe Kravitz look, which I think would be perfect for you. Now we're just gonna kind of play with the shape. So we know that we want something full. So we're gonna play around with the shape of how full we want it to be, how long the tail will be, how full and fluffy the fronts would be. Once I draw it out, and then I'll let you see it, and you let me know if you want to go bigger, smaller, and we kind of build a brow together.
Amazing, amazing. Well, your studio is beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So how long have you been doing brows? Krystal, tell us a little bit more about brows.
I've been doing brows for almost 4 years now. My business will be going on its 3-year anniversary. So that'll be in, well, we in May now. So it's supposed to be this May. I haven't celebrated it yet, but maybe the beginning of June or the end of May, I'll do something nice for my clients, or a surprise or something like that. But yeah, it's been 3 years since I started my business. I've always had a love and hate thing for brows because I've never really had brows. So it was definitely love and hate. But I've evolved, my brand has evolved, my brows have evolved.
Can we get it?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Her brows are amazing, y'all. Yeah. Amazing. Well, thank you, and I'm really excited to get into it.
Yeah, I'm excited for you.
Okay, so tell me about the maintenance after I've done it.
So the maintenance, you'll need to avoid excessive sweating. So I usually let my clients know not to work out for the first 7 to 8 days.
I wanted to get those abs.
Yes, no working out for the first 7 to 8 days. You do want to avoid direct sunlight for the first 7 days as well. You also want to avoid swimming, saunas, what else? Any products that have like Accutane or serums that brighten the skin. Like if you use anything that for blemishes or anything like that, you want to keep that away from the brows.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, definitely just go around the brow area. And then I'll kind of instruct you on how to take care of them as well. I usually let my clients know that they can gently wash their brows. So what I usually tell them to do is just take a Q-tip, wet it with a warm water, and then kind of clean it gently like you're cleaning a cut. You won't like scrub it, you'll just gently dab on it a little bit just to clean off any excess residue or anything like that. And then you'll add a little bit of the ointment that I'll give you. So I'll give you a little aftercare kit to take home with instructions and everything that you need.
Perfect.
Yep.
Okay, great, because I'm getting these brows done before my bachelorette, so I need to have some brows on my face. Because I never want to do them again. So do I have to come in like when the hairs do start to grow back? So what are you gonna? I have so many questions right now. Yeah, like
when your hairs do. Well, what I'm doing is just I'm just gonna map out your brows really quickly right now, and then whatever hairs you don't need, like maybe these little guys right there, little flurries that you don't need. But since we're going for that like Zoe Kravitz full look, we don't have to clean up too much because we can use most of your brows. So we will like if you were getting like a clean cut brow, then we would take off something like that. But you can use those. We can use that, so we don't have to clean that up.
Got it.
So most of your brows will be keeping, unless the shape is gonna be a little bit different. So some people like to do shapes where their brows come up a little bit right here, to give them like a fake mini brow lift or facelift. And then some people like to just go with their natural brows, like flow with it, what they have. And in your case, I feel like we can do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I feel like your brows are already quite high. They're not low. Like some people's, my natural, if I did have brow hairs, I feel like they would grow down.
You feel like
they would grow down. But I did mine to where it kind of points like to up a little bit more up instead of down. That way, it makes me look a little younger.
Yes, I know that's right. Yeah, I hear you. Okay, cool. So I'm liking that idea. So then if these do grow back, should I pluck them? Should I get them?
You can pluck them, or you can still get them threaded. This time when you do go get them threaded. I do threading here too, but I don't
Oh.
all the way in Jersey.
No, I would rather come to the person who does. No, like I would rather come to you since you've done my brows.
Right.
And you know them.
But another thing is if you do go somewhere, you'll have microblading so they won't over thread your brows.
Gotcha.
They usually do that when they don't know what direction to go. They just over thread. They doing too much because they think you want it really tiny. And if they see that you have like little strokes, they're probably gonna think it's your hair. And they won't go past that. They'll kind of keep it within that range. And even if they do, you'll still have that the microblading. You know what I mean? So it won't go past that. They're both very full, but one is more fuller. So this one's a little bit fuller, like a tiny tad bit fuller.
Okay.
This one's kind of within your brow frame, but still fuller than your brows, but not too far off from what you have.
Okay,
This one's a little bit fuller. Let me see, is the tail a little bit longer? Turn this up. A little bit.
This one has like
a little bit longer.
So I have the numbing cream on now, and I'm gonna sit for 30 minutes while it sets in, and then after that, we're gonna get started. So after my appointment, Krystal gave me this lovely take-home pouch, and it has the healing balm in it that I'm gonna put on my brows 1 to 2 times a day, as well as some Q-tips that I can use to clean the area and to put the brow, the healing balm on it, as well as some tea that's supposed to help with the healing process, details on how to use the balm, which is so helpful, as well as some under eye patches for like a self-care Sunday, which I'm really excited about. Super helpful. She also gave me this brow shield that I can use in the shower, or if I feel like I might get my brows wet just in case, which is gonna come in really, really handy because I can't get my brows wet for the next 7 days. So what I'm gonna do tonight is just gently cleanse my brows and go to sleep and see how they look tomorrow. Hello, so here I am exactly 20 days after getting microblading done, and my brows are completely healed, and look at them. I have absolutely no brow makeup on. I did not use a brow pencil, brow gel, nothing. I just simply brushed them, and this is how they look. Super full and really, 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 really natural. The healing process was really seamless, to be honest. I just followed the instructions to a T and made sure that I was putting the healing balm on my brows at the beginning 1 to 2 times a day, then after that 3 to 4 times a day, spacing it out. And I made sure not to get my brows wet for the first 7 days. I went on my bachelorette party 7 days after, and I was really, really strict. I made sure that I did not dunk my head, and I bought a hat. So I was wearing my hat to make sure that there wasn't any crazy direct sunlight on my brows. And you know, it all paid off because they look really, really great. Like, I'm just so happy with the results. They look amazing. The only funny thing was when I first got my brows done, they do say that like the 2nd and 3rd day, I think it's like the 2nd, 3rd, maybe 4th day, your brows are really, really dark. So my brows were like super dark and like super thick looking, and it was just so funny. My fiance was like, ah, every time he saw me. But they have normalized, and they're looking amazing. I'm so happy with the results, and I actually have to go back to Browstress for a touch-up in a few weeks. That is included in the price, which is amazing. So you go in, you get a touch-up done, and if there's anything that you might want to add or change about the brows, she is there to do that for you. For me, if anything, maybe just a smidge thicker, just a little bit thicker, because they were initially, when I first got them done, slightly thicker than they are now. But if anything, like, that's pretty much it. They look great, and these are gonna last me for over a year. Hallelujah. So your girl is gonna be waking up like this. And I'm just so happy with the results. Like, really happy. There was no scabbing, no scarring or anything like that. My brows just look great. There's like a tiny bit of flaking still, just like a little bit, because it, you know, it's still undergoing the healing process, but it's perfect. And I'm really happy. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you are in the tri-state area and you can get to Brooklyn, I would highly recommend checking out Krystal at Browstress and utilizing her services. She doesn't only do brow microblading, she also does like brow lamination and tints, and she also does freckles. So if you've ever wanted freckles, she does that as well. She is a one-stop shop for all things, and I'm just so happy that I went through with this. And I will be doing a follow-up video at some point, just so you can see the progress of my brows, and, you know, give you any updates if anything changes and whatnot. But I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or feedback, please be sure to leave them in the comment section below. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell icon so you know my next video goes live. Thank you so much again for watching. Until next time.